couldn't make a get on the end of it. And what a great finish it is. Perfect volley, isn't it? Strikes it so well. What an excellent finish.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lad for Set Play Gaming. This is the FIFA 23 West Brom career mode. It is the Road to Glory with Aidy Boothroyd Season 5 episode 111. Straight down to business. Grady Diangana has suffered a sprained knee injury. It's going to keep him out for 4 weeks. We're going to heavily rely now on some of these rotation players, which might make things a little bit more trickier as far as the league goes. But we're still going to focus on the cup as well. Now, a little bit of business. Joe Bellingham's joined us from Birmingham. He joined us in a swap deal, which sees Chris Mepham move to the Championship club. Sad to see Chris go, because I'm a big admirer of his ability, but we really did need that extra help in midfield. Right, so today's games, Nottingham Forest at home. We then have Spurs away, and that closes out February, just the 2 games this month. And then we're going to jump into March's calendar. We've got a game here against Stoke City, our most hated rivals in the Cup, the FA Cup, on the 3rd. Let's see how we get on with today's games. Alright, on with the first game, and we are taking on Nottingham Forest. And in the press conference in the build-up to the game, Boothroyd refusing to get involved in what potentially is a 6-pointer with the relegation looming. And if we do lose today, we will be sucked into those bottom teams. We want to make sure we get a positive result from this. A draw would not be a good result. It'd be an ideal victory. We need a victory today against Nottingham Forest, who are threatened with relegation. And we don't want to be involved in any of that. You can see they're playing a 5-2-1-2, so plenty of defence going on for them. Zakaria in midfield as well, that's a good player right there. Brennan Johnson and Benjamin Sesko. I believe Sesko is their top scorer with 8 or 9 goals, so we have to keep an eye on him. The opening 2-3 minutes, you see Nunez into Melendo, Melendo into Zakaria, back to Melendo, into Johnson, into Sesko. He's going to pull away and then play this in. Great interception initially by O'Shea, but it deflects through to Zakaria. It's a great save by Griffiths. And then Brennan Johnson down the right-hand side. Great coverage that from O'Shea to get back and make the tackle. You see here Josh Griffiths with this close-range save, getting down and kicking away Zakaria's effort. 12 minutes in. And here we come with another attack. O'Reilly spins his marker, gets away from McKenna, but balloons his shot over the bar. We've seen what he can do from distance against Everton. So here we were hoping for something a little bit better on his favoured left. And it was a horrible shot, really, let's face it. And then 5 minutes later, McCrory into Neil, Neil across to Sharp, Sharp into O'Reilly, O'Reilly back heel, Iheanacho in, great chance, and then it's blocked, and Nottingham Forest get it away. Lovely little 1-2 between Iheanacho and O'Reilly though. The ball comes back here, Melendo gets into the box, and he scores. 33 minutes, we are a goal down to Nottingham Forest. Not great. You can see as we actually initially win the ball and don't do a good enough job closing down that second ball, and we have paid the price there. And then just before half time we're coming forward, a chance here, Shortire down the right sees Dylan Sharp, and Dylan Sharp now looking to stretch his legs, gets a cross in, Iheanacho onto his favourite left, and kicked away, pushed away by Larsonneur in goal. And at half time we are struggling here against Nottingham Forest, a goal down, and I'm sure Boothroyd's going to issue the rally call in the second half. Here come Nottingham Forest with a great tackle. St Graven into Grant, Grant into St Graven, he spots the runner Shortire, and there is the equaliser, bottom corner, 53 minutes, and the Baggies are back in business here. Shola Shortire. You always get the feeling that even though he has not really delivered on his overall ability, he's our highest rated player, so he should have more goals and assists, but it's almost like he's a star player at our club, but hasn't really delivered it. Timing here with a free kick just before the hour. off the post. He beats the goalkeeper, and then they somehow scramble it away before we can get the ball in. And then just after the hour, Bellingham to Sharp. Sharp's cross into the box. Header saved, and then Grant reacts with an acrobatic finish after Larsener with the save. From going 1-0 down on 34 minutes, we are now 2-1 up just after the hour. It looks like that rallying cry definitely worked. Now, unfortunately, you're always at your weakest once you've scored a goal, and that proved to be the case. A minute and a half later, Melendo finds Benjamin Sesko, and I don't know why O'Shea can't get the ball off him. And then when he shoots here near post, Griffiths has to be doing better. Doesn't cover himself in any glory there with falling down and just not really extending his arms to make the save.
Near post has to do a lot better. He's got to have that near post covered for me.
10 minutes to go.
And then 10 minutes left. Bellingham into Iheanacho, into O'Reilly. There's a man missing in the middle there for them. I don't know whether they subbed him or moved him up front to try and get the winning goal, but O'Reilly with all kinds of space. You can see here it's the man in the middle who's missing, and a great finish by O'Reilly. So Shortire and O'Reilly today, the midfielders really making a difference in this game. It's 3-2, and there's 2 minutes left. Well in by McCrory, and then back comes Nottingham Forest into the box. Great save by Griffiths. Parried away by Griffiths. O'Shea can't get the clearance. It's going to come back to Sesko. And then Jorge in the box. And a good near post save. We managed to hang on, and we just about win this one 3-2. Alright, here we go. Taking on Tottenham Hotspurs. And we are... You could be forgiven for thinking that Aidy Boothroyd would be fielding a rotated side here with the FA Cup round 5 against Stoke looming, but he's gone with a strong side. Here's the Spurs lineup. They're going with 5-2-3 under Antonio Conte. Back 5 that includes Christensen and Pau Torres. Their front line, Gabriel Jesus, Julian Alvarez and Kamaldeen Sulemana has been on fire lately, so we've got to be careful of that. Callum Hudson-Odoi in midfield is making his debut. Peacock Farrell's back in goal. Furlong, Vandenberg, O'Shea, Hayden and Panzo. That's not correct. That's definitely not correct. The midfield needs sorting there. It should be Hayden holding the midfield with O'Reilly and Neil. So we'll just jump in and change that. Obviously. Panzo's going to be playing left centre back with Timon at left back. So we'll just swap that around. That looks more like it. Right, so the opening few minutes. There's a chance here for us. O'Reilly into Timon. Here's the front two. Iheanacho and Batshuayi linking up. And Batshuayi wins the free kick here. We've seen how good we can be from free kicks. With Alfonso Nunes in goal. Going to be tested here. Timon swings it over. And it's a good save by Nunes in goal. Not a bad effort, that. Just coming just back inside. And then from the throw in here on 12 minutes, O'Reilly can't get the head down. He is 6'2", so we like to throw him in there from time to time. And then Batshuayi's on the turn here, gets away from Torres. And it's a great save again, Alfonso Nunes. Spurs caught a bit surprised here by our enthusiasm. Then on 30 minutes, they finally get a little bit of a breakthrough as Gabriel Jesus into Llorente, into Jesus. It's actually Alvarez that takes the shot. Julian Alvarez. I thought he was going to play that to Gabriel Jesus, but he tried to thread it through. He is offside. Definitely offside. Half an hour played, 0-0. So far, so good.
I've got to say, he landed really heavily on his shoulder there and looks like he's in severe pain. But he looks less concerned than the bench.
And Spurs coming forward again. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Then to Gabriel Jesus after a back heel by Julian Alvarez. And he has to be scoring that. Top class player should be scoring that from there, at least getting it on target. So rather relieved. We're going at the break, half time. It is 0-0. Good for us. We've had a couple of chances and certainly not being thrashed by Spurs, which is good. They've got a good attack. And then on 52 minutes, O'Shea wins the ball, but a poor clearance into Alvarez. Alvarez into Sulemana. And then a fantastic interception by Sepp Vandenberg as he gets the ball clear from Emerson Royal from the throw-in. 55 minutes, Batshuayi, look at this turn, bodies the defender, goes for a shot, tried to put some power on it. And he did the first bit brilliantly, but the last bit, not so good. You could see what he wanted to do, but never really got the accuracy on it. 56 minutes, here comes Alvarez on the turn, and it's a fantastic save by Bailey Peacock-Farrell there. I still think, as promising as Josh Griffiths is, Peacock-Farrell is the better goalkeeper at this moment in time. You know, whether that stays that way, we'll keep playing them both and using them both. We'll see what happens. 59 minutes just before the hour, they finally get the deadlock broken. It is Gabriel Jesus. This time he doesn't make any mistake. And fair play, I mean, I've complained a lot this year about the quality of goals. This one was really good. We seem to have enough players behind the ball. We just couldn't get the block in this time. He's right in front of Sepp Vandenberg and O'Shea. Squeezes it between both defenders and smashes it. Places it into the top corner. Antonio Conte's happy with that. 2 minutes left. Iheanacho here. Spins Christensen. Gets away from him. Cuts it back. And it's crossed in. Hayden making his way into the box. Tries to head it into the bottom corner. Alfonso Nunes gets across and says no thank you. And then from the corner, they did manage to get it clear temporarily, but we got it back. Hayden then wins a corner and up comes Bailey Peacock-Farrell. It's only 1-0. We're into stoppage time. Swing everything at it. And here comes Spurs. They clear it. We've got to get the ball back in. Can we get the ball back in? Alfonso Nunes drops it. Neil, he can't force it home, and they somehow manage to just scrub the ball away. And it looks like they're going to get away with this here as they counter-attack us here. And Julian Alvarez, clear of O'Shea, into the box. Great chance and a wonderful save by Bailey Peacock-Farrell. The score ends 1-0 in favour of Spurs. Considering we were right in it up until the last minute, that's not a bad result. On to the FA Cup. So I think, all things considered, we very much expected not to get a result against Spurs, which was why the Nottingham Forest win was so important. Now our attention turns to round 5 of the FA Cup against our rivals, and this is the lineup that they've gone with. Some familiar names here: Lewis Baker, Josh Laurent, and of course Harry Souttar at the back. Well familiar with those names. A couple of names on the bench as well that they can call upon should they need them. They've gone with a strong 5-3-2 Stoke City, and of course we have to be wary as well of Brown up top. He knows where the net is. This is our lineup. Griffiths is back in goal, and you can see that we have a back 5 as well, going with Furlong, McCrory, O'Shea. That is a little bit wrong actually, so we need to change that. Obviously Vandenberg's not playing left wing back. Opening 6 minutes, cross comes in here, and Jacob Brown trying to head it in at the near post, but Griffiths is there to stand up strong and parry it away. Some criticism aimed at the goalkeeper, so he's got to answer that. And then 9 minutes, Furlong down the right, great chance here as he crosses this in, and there is Kelechi Iheanacho to score and put us a goal up after just 11 minutes. This is what you want from your striker. He peels away to the edge of the 6-yard box. That's a really good header. Aidy Boothroyd happy with the start. So long as we're in the cup, we will prioritise it. And then on 20 minutes, Batshuayi is bundled over, and it's a free kick. Here is the replay. Let me know in the comments what you think here. I think this is a penalty. Both of his legs are inside the box when he gets hacked down. And then from the free kick, it is Matt O'Reilly going to line this up, try and bend this over the wall. And he does so, and it's a great finish. We are 2-0 up after just 21 minutes. Matt O'Reilly punishes that mistake. We might not have got a penalty, But the fact that he scored and converted that free kick punishes Stoke City. Goalkeeper does get a hand to it. It's just, it's too late. It's so close to the goal line by the time he gets a hand to this. All he can do is divert it into the net. And then 10 minutes later, Batshuayi spins away from Taylor. He gets into the box. He goes to deke a little bit to do a fake out. And then Taylor comes in and just wipes him out before he can take his shot. And that is a penalty. Iheanacho is going to step up and take it. 31 minutes. And he sends Hermansen the wrong way. And it is 3-0. An absolutely blistering start by the Baggies against their rivals. And just like that, look, whoosh. We've blown them away with a fantastic first half performance. It's basically ours to lose at this point. 5 minutes before half time, Jacob Brown going to go wide to Edwards. Edwards into the box. Baker. It's a good effort from Roche. Oh, it's actually Brown. I thought it came to Roche there. A good save though by Griffiths. We go in at the break. 3 goals up. The only thing now is complacency. We've got to guard against that mark up. On 56 minutes, win the ball back high up the field. Brown takes it past O'Shea into the box, chips the goalkeeper, and back comes Sepp Vandenberg to clear it off the line. Fantastic defensive work. I'm a big admirer of Sepp Vandenberg at this moment in time. And then Bellingham running rings around Josh Laurent here. And then cuts back inside. Bellingham into Iheanacho, flicks it over Wilmot, goes for the shot. That would have been his hat-trick had he scored, but he ends up shooting wide. And then on 76 minutes, Jagiello runs through midfield. He's away from Hayden. A dipping shot off the crossbar, and then O'Shea can get it away. Timon can get it away. 79 minutes. Bellingham's been running the show from midfield. Iheanacho, Furlong's cross, headed away. And it's going to come down to Bellingham. He's going to turn, and he's going to have a clip shot. It's a good save by Hermansen. 2 minutes left of the game. This is ours now. We're just seeing the game out. Bellingham with a chance. Goes for a raking drive, but ends up pulling his shot wide. A comfortable win in the end for us. 3-0. Boothroyd goes over, shakes his hand, says well played. We are into the next stage of the FA Cup. And no doubt going to face a very tough opponent in the round 6 will be quarterfinals at this stage. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me on the channel. I'm going to be back in 2 days. That's on Friday with episode 112 as we take on Arsenal and West Ham in the league. We have been drawn against Newcastle United in the FA Cup. This is going to be a fantastic episode. I hope you can join me, and thank you so much for watching today. This is Alad for Set Play Gaming. See you guys real soon.